Rachel Zegler just discovered what true rock bottom feels like, and it's even bleaker than a half-empty Snow White showing at an all-you-can-eat buffet. Disney is now scrambling to quietly erase their ill-fated Snow White remake from everyone's memory, and poor Rachel is stuck standing in the ruins, spiraling harder than a bootleg Elsa at a chaotic kids' party. First came the stealth removals. Disney began pulling Snow White from theaters with the urgency of someone hiding a bad tattoo. And it wasn't just local cinemas. Entire nations flat out rejected it. Lebanon didn't mince words. They effectively told Disney, "Keep it, forever." Theater owners who were contractually forced to screen Snow White practically begged Disney to let them off the hook early. One desperate manager even swapped out the film for Sharknado 3, deciding that flying sharks were more believable than Rachel Zegler as a fairy tale princess. Fans captured the disaster in real time. Someone filmed themselves walking into a 2 p.m. screening, and the theater was so empty, their footsteps practically echoed off the walls. You could count the number of audience members on one hand, and still have enough fingers left to live tweet how tragic it was. If you thought it couldn't possibly get any worse, think again. International audiences weren't buying tickets either. Some reportedly preferred sitting through rush hour traffic rather than watching Disney's new take on a classic. And just to add salt to the wound, Disney faced an unthinkable embarrassment. Lilo and Stitch, yes, the animated movie about a blue alien and a ukulele, managed to outperform Snow White's domestic box office numbers in a single weekend. Even merchandise couldn't bail them out. Store shelves overflowed with unsold Snow White dolls. Walmart employees joked online about forming unions just to deal with the mountain of leftover toys. At this point, Disney could have thrown the dolls into Happy Meals and still been stuck with extras. Meanwhile, in the eye of the storm stands Rachel Zegler, Disney's unintended lightning rod. First came the subtle betrayal by her own co-stars. Gal Gadot, who plays the evil queen, made carefully phrased comments about a lack of teamwork on set, celebrity code for, "Don't drag me into this mess." Rachel's other co-star, Andrew Burnap, didn't just skip the film's premiere, he practically disappeared from public view entirely. And remember when Rachel joked about Andrew's scenes possibly being cut? Yeah, they were. Imagine pouring months of work into a Disney blockbuster only to have your lead actress casually hint you're about to be erased, and then actually see it happen. In perhaps the most awkward move yet, Rachel attended a Snow White screening armed with a bouquet of flowers, ready to celebrate. Unfortunately, the theater was so deserted you could hear a dropped popcorn kernel hit the floor. She posted about it online, and that post became one of the most ratioed Disney posts ever. Even Snow White's official social media pages gave her the silent treatment. Absolutely brutal. Critics tore the movie apart. Audiences roasted it with fiery rage. Rotten Tomatoes looked like a battlefield of bad reviews. And just when it seemed the humiliation had peaked, it was revealed that Minecraft, the movie, yes, based on the pixelated sandbox game, managed to outsell Snow White at the box office. Behind the scenes, things aren't looking much better for Rachel. Insiders whisper that she's being quietly frozen out of future roles. Major studios are backing away. Agents are sweating bullets. Directors are politely dodging her calls. Potential projects seem to be slipping through her fingers even faster than Snow White tickets. Now, Rachel Zegler faces the harsh reality. Is there any way she can stage a comeback from this epic stumble? Or is this the sad, premature ending of her Hollywood fairy tale? A story that barely got past the opening chapter.